Hi, this is Gavin for the Stretford Enders with a match preview to Manchester United versus Aston Villa. Going into the game, Manchester United hope to welcome back a number of players for Sunday's trip to Aston Villa. We had 6 first-teamers out from last night's game, and Bruno Fernandes is currently suspended. Anthony remains a doubt, hoping to get back to full fitness. He was a surprise omission from the 1-0 victory over West Ham, with Erik ten Hag confirming the injury and a statement from the club stating that he didn't travel to Sociedad due to continue individual training work. Jadon Sancho is struggling with illness and we're still awaiting an update on that. Anthony Martial is nearing return but still remains a doubt. Rafa Varane is a huge blow, losing him. He won't feature until after the World Cup. In terms of Brandon Williams, Erik ten Hag sees good progress. He's not in the squad but in team training. Big risk tomorrow as Diego Dalot is 1 match away from a suspension. If he gets booked, he gets a suspension. And Erik ten Hag admits that we need options up front. Manchester United have 3 more fixtures before the World Cup. Aston Villa on Sunday, which is a 2 p.m. kickoff. Not going to be on television, unfortunately. And then we have Aston Villa at home in the League Cup on Thursday at 8 p.m, which is live on Sky. And then Fulham on the Sunday, the 13th, which is 4:30 p.m. kickoff, also on Sky. Going into the game, Aston Villa are currently 16th, we are 5th. Unai Emery's first game in charge. Aston Villa are a bit of an indifferent form in the last couple of games. They've lost to Newcastle 4-0 in their last game, but then they beat Brentford 4-0. We're on a good run of form at the moment, winning. I'm going for a 2-1 victory. Leave some comments below as to what you think will be the score. My predicted lineup is David De Gea in goal, left back of Luke Shaw, with hopefully suspension and injuries suffice. We will have at the back we will have a Lindelof. I'm not sure why he was taken off, but hopefully he will be back alongside Martinez and Diego Dalot. Dalot may not feature due to him risking a 1-game suspension, as I said. Midfield, then, we should have Casemiro, Christian Eriksen, Bruno Fernandes, and Garnacho, with Ronaldo and Rashford up top. Looking at the live chat, Daniel, I can just see that you've mentioned there that we need to be a lot better than last night. I thought last night's performance was good, considering, granted, we didn't get the result we needed, but Erik ten Hag was making changes that were important, and they were kicking in. And where do you think we went wrong last night, Daniel? Leave in the comments below. But going forward, I think we're going to win the game on Sunday 2-1 is my match prediction. Hearing some some club news this morning, we're looking at Eric Moting as a Ronaldo replacement. Since leaving Stoke, he's got 5 goals in 30 appearances, and the Cameroon international is available on a free transfer in the summer. João Felix is fresh hope around our Atletico looking to sell. The Guardian is reporting we could be looking at Jude Bellingham. Leave your thoughts below on that. Apparently it's Erik ten Hag's top target for the summer, with a £100 million price tag on there. Unai Emery, we used to facing him after we played Villarreal in the Europa League final, and we lost on penalties to them. So we know he sets up as a tough opposition. And Aston Villa, as I said, they're so indifferent. Daniel, I can just see you've commented there, we need to change the formation on Sunday. Want to see 4-3-3 or 4-4-2. Current formation isn't working. I would agree on that with you. But with Erik ten Hag, he is not, akin to making changes. And, what kind of formation would you like to see, Daniel, going forward? Again, comment down below. Smash a like on the page and share this live. Looking to do a lot more of these with a lot more content coming. Even put down your predicted 11s for Sunday. and what your thoughts are on, Cristiano Ronaldo. Luke Shaw's playing well at the moment. We need a striker in January. Will it happen? Comment down below with who you'd like to see. I'd like to see Ivan Toney coming in. I think in the subject of defence as well, we need a backup for Diego Dalot. I know I mentioned that he's 1 game away from suspension, so maybe him picking up a yellow card if he does feature on Sunday will be a deserved break for him. There is a risk of burnout with Dalot, and then we haven't really got many options as right back. Bruno last night went out to the right wing. Can it work? It is viable for me, but again, it shows the lack of depth in the squad. Under Eric Ten Hag, happy with the progress, and he's doing good things. Again, you can leave down below in the comments what you think. Daniel, for me, we need to change it to 4-4-3, but don't think Ten Hag will change it. Why don't you think that, Daniel? Why don't you think he is changing it? He is making some big decisions. Like he's taking Rashford. He's not afraid to leave players out like Ronaldo. Last night it did feel like a defeat. The objective was to lose the group. Going to Spain and getting a 1-0 victory is a good enough performance, but it wasn't the objective. The objective was to top the group, and unfortunately we haven't done that. Going into the next round now, I think it's the 16th of February is the first leg, followed by the return leg on the 24th of February. Comment down below who you'd like to play. It's one of Ajax, Bayer Leverkusen, Barcelona, Sporting, Juventus, Salzburg, Shakhtar, Sevilla. Not easy, lads, is it? But we have to play them at some point to try and win the Europa League. Donny van de Beek's performance last night, a poor performance. He's not taking his chances when he's given them. You've only got to look at Alejandro Garnacho to see he's showing how things should be done. Some people were commenting last night and saying playing Ronaldo feels like having 10 men. For me, it's just sad to see that he's, playing. It's not looking great at the moment, the way he's playing. We need Anthony Martial back. I'm all for Eric Ten Hag checking things on and showing, try and win. It's something that we need. Not sure why Lindelof was taken off last night. Hopefully it's nothing too serious. Harry Maguire coming on as a striker kind of shows the lack of options that we got. Maybe it was a sign to the board that, look, we need a striker. Last night as well for me, they were there for the taking. We played well in the first half, worse in the second half, not created enough. He took Casemiro out to the centre, where I think Casemiro's most effective at the moment for us. Ten Hag seems to like 2 holding midfielders. That's why I think Ten Hag won't change things. Yeah, I agree with you. He does seem to like the 2 holding midfielders, and it is helping us because we haven't conceded a goal in open play for some time. It is helping us. So I think he doesn't need to make changes there. He could potentially make changes in other areas. The thing is, under Ten Hag as well, Daniel, I think players look like they know what they're doing. But last night, we did drop the ball in the second half. But for me, you're saying he's not willing to change things in your comments there. He's made changes last night. He's made changes where he's dropped Ronaldo. He's he substituted Anthony after his little trick that didn't come off in the Europa League game. So, it's not that he's akin to making changes. It's just that he's got to find something that works for him and works for the team. So, going forward, with the game against Aston Villa on Sunday, I would say that, Van de Beek is definitely out for me. But in terms of the starting lineup, you've got to look at De Gea in goal, which is a solid. He's man of the match for me last night. Luke Shaw, I think, has cemented his left-back place over Malacia. Pending fitness then, as I said, Lindelof was taken off last night. Last night. Not sure why. I think he may have picked up a niggle and just kept him for Sunday. Martinez is solid at the back, giving me Vidic vibes, reminding me of Nemanja Vidic. And then we've got Delo then as the other full-back. Casemiro and Eriksen, they're starters for me as long as they're fit. And then you've got Bruno, who is playing well. And then you've got Ronaldo, who for me shouldn't be starting. I mean, I would start with Garnacho, and if he's fit, Rashford on Sunday. But we will see. What changes will be made. I mean, at the moment, with the lack of depth in our squad is kind of showing that, we can't really make changes because we haven't got anyone really to come in to replace the players that we're looking to make the changes with. It's just, we knew in the summer when Ten Hag took over, it was a massive rebuild needed. It was going to take more than one transfer window. There's talk that nobody's going to come in January. One thing that I did see interest in this morning as well is that, like we did when we signed Christian Eriksen, there's a player who's Premier League proven that's going to be available on a free transfer, and I think we could see a similar kind of move for him, and that's Yuri Tielemans from Leicester. Now, I think he would be a great addition to the squad. He's Premier League proven. He's quite a good player. But in terms of the depth of the squad, we let a lot of players go. Obviously, up top, we had the incident with the striker that I won't mention on the page. We weren't expecting that to happen. Martial seemed to be really good looking pre-season, and then he's picked up injuries and don't know where from really, but he's not seemed to be recovering from that. And then Rashford then is, he's being overworked, I think, because he's having to work for maybe 2 or 3 positions. But yeah, the lack of depth last night was worrying for me. And going into January, hopefully the Glazers now, even though there was talk there'll be no money available in January, hopefully the Glazers will put some money in put their hands in their pockets and look for a striker. This Eric Choupo-Moting, I don't know much about him. As I mentioned, he used to play for Stoke. João Felix, Atletico may be open to selling him in January, but again, that'll probably be a summer move. Jude Bellingham is being looked up again. That'll be the summer. Ivan Toney, I'd put a punt on him in January because he can still play in Europe. And if there's money available and we can get him for a relatively decent price, I put money on him. But this is my match preview for Aston Villa on Sunday. I've gone live on the page. I'm sure Andrew will be going live at some point over the weekend as well. Smash a like on the video and put a share on the video. Just before I do go, Daniel has just said that United looking tired last night, which is a worry. We got these 2 playoff games to play. Yeah, the 2 playoff games, Daniel, I don't know if you heard at the beginning there, they'll be played on the 16th of February and the 24th of February. Hopefully we'll have Varane back by then. As I said, the potential opponents for the next round are Ajax, Bayer Leverkusen, Barcelona, Sporting Lisbon, Juventus, Salzburg, Shakhtar, Sevilla. Not easy ties. Me and Andrew will be hoping to go live on Monday at some point, potentially with our reaction to the Europa League draw, which will be on Monday at 1 o'clock. Don't forget to keep subscribing, share this page, share the video, smash a like on the video, leave your comments down below so we can interact that way. And thanks very much for watching.